G'day all, welcome back to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of the campaign game of Fortress Europa from Compass Games, the designer signature edition. And before we go on with turn 2, a couple of things I need to go back over and sort out. So let's just come back up here to start with. Rightio. So it's been pointed out to me quite rightly that I screwed up. And I know that's hard to believe, but hey, shit happens. Again, apologies for the glare and stuff like that, but I can't do much about it. Righto. So firstly, when I took the port of St. Malo, I did not roll to see if it was damaged or not. So we're going to do that first. We need to fix up our supply situation. So we get a 6, and I think that means it's halved down. Yeah, must forget this. If the Allies capture a port, it must be followed again, except the roll of 3 to 6. No. That's not what I wanted, was it, dickhead? Each time the other player captures a port, immediately you must roll a die. A roll of 5 or 6 reduces supply by half, rounded down. Okay, so we started with a 3, and its supply is actually only 1. So that's for a start. So what we had is the Mulberry at 12 and St. Malo at 1, giving us 13 for our supply capacity. Now, when I calculated the supply capacity, I counted every unit that was here, and it's been pointed out to me that I did not need to count the paradrop, the 101st, and I did not need to count 1 commando. So again, I have 15 units total here. However, taking those 2 out takes it down to 13 anyway, so my supply capacity for this coming into this turn is actually 0, which means I can't bring anything in other than, I think, raids. So we're not going to worry. So that's what I needed to fix up. It was also pointed out to me that I was extremely lucky, and if I had been playing somebody, they probably would have done a German paradrop onto there when it was just Hodges in there, taken it away and screwed me up totally, and I would have been totally stuffed. So again, thanks very much for that, and I will try and do a little better next time. So let's get on with the new turn. So the first thing we do is move up to our turn marker, as we've done. Turn record track done. And the second thing we do now is the weather determination phase. So let's have a roll and see what we get. We're in June. We roll a 2, so the weather is still clear. Yay! That's a help. Righto, third up. Air allocation phase. Okie dokie. So I'll pause it there, have a look at it, and then come back and show you what I've got. Righto, so this is what the Allies have come up with. We're going to put our 2 British SAC into the V1 sites. We're going to put our 2 American 8th Air Force SAC into the railway attacks. We've got 2 into strafing, 2 into bridge attacks, and 3 into ground support at the moment. Now, looking at Lars Silber's German allocation for air, we'll roll up on that and see what's going to happen with their 2 air. So invasion turns, an invasion turn +1. A 1 to 2 is strafing, 3 to 5 is railway attacks, and 6 is bridge. So first one is a 6, so a bridge attack. And the only other one they've got is a 4, which is a railway attack. Okay, so we have 1 railway left and we have 1 bridge left. And that is all to the good. Right. Oh. So next up is the Allied replacement phase, beginning with turn 2. Okay, so replacements. Okay, so the Americans' replacements are halved. Cancelled by replacement factors for this turn rounded down. Okay, so the Americans for June are supposed to get 3 replacements total. Now, if that's halved, rounded down, to me that means there's only 1 replacement. So they would get 1 infantry replacement. And again, you can let me know if that's wrong or not. The Brits get 2 replacements. 1 can be armour, so they're going to take 1 infantry and they're going to take 1 armour. And that is good. Right, so So if I've got that, then what I might do is actually put the armour replacement on. Let's come back over here. On the 79th Armoured Division. So it comes back up to full strength with a can't move on it. I'll just chuck him under there. Like that. We don't need a infantry replacement for the Brits, and we can't use the infantry replacement on the 101st. We could use the infantry replacement on the 2nd, so we're going to do that for the Americans. Like that. Now, one thing I want to think of is at the start of the turn that this goes up by 1, or I made immediately beginning the turn after. No, that's not it. Where is it? Where is it? When do they get their thing back? Bum, bum, bum. Raised, down, raised, No. Hang on, I'll pause it and have a look. Okay, back again. Righto, so this goes up by 1 at the start of the turn, the following turn. So that's good. Righto, so that brings our supply capacity up to 14, which actually gives us a 1. So that's good. Okay, so we have a supply capacity of 1 at the moment. Okie doke. So going on with where we were, replacements, we've used 1 British armour replacement and we've used 1 American infantry replacement. So the only replacements left for the Allies are, or is, 1 British infantry. Okay, beginning turn 2, roll the die for availability of the French partisans. And we need a 5 or 6. And we get a 6. So our partisans are back. Now, non-city rail hex, not in Germany or Italy, not in an enemy ZOC, and not within 5 hexes of an SS unit. Right. Okay. So we have an SS unit there. We have an SS unit there. Where to put it? Suppose it's not going to really matter a great deal in the long run, is it? I think we're just going to, what have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could put it in V13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could stick it over here. Oh, can we? Yeah, we could stick it over that way, but that's not really going to help either because they can bring stuff up no matter which way they come. That's okay. V13 will do. There's our partisans. So this will simply come off there. And they're basically can still bring everything up through here. Okay, so that's the replacement phase and the partisans done. The next is the Allied first move impulse. Okay, righto, so what do I want to do? So I can bring in at the moment 1 unit. But I can also remove a unit. I'm thinking of removing the 101st. So I believe I can do that and they just come back to St. Malo and go waka waka back out. 101st, they're still reduced. That gives me 2 supply capacity then. And I think what I need to do is bring on another headquarters unit. So I think we might bring on Dempsey. And I think we need to bring on another... so what do we got here? We can't move that. We can't move that. I think we need another American unit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on the 5th Infantry, but I am going to upgrade it to an 8-4 unit. And by doing that, I'm also reducing the 8th Infantry down. So these are the 2 units that we will bring on. So this unit will come into St Malo. Sorry, I don't know why I'm using stupid fingers when I should be using these to keep my hands out of the way for you. And Dempsey will bring on to the Mulberry there, like that. Righto, so movement. What do we want to do here? Now this guy has 10, 20 in there. That's a lot to ask. This guy has 8 is 16. Righto, so if we move the 49th, 1, 2, and we move the 50th, 1, 2, 3, that's 12. The 43rd, can you get over there? Yeah. Goes 1, 2. The 59th comes over. 1. And that gives us 23 to 16. That's 1 to 1. Okay. And then we've got the Royal Netherlands and the 6-4 here. Let's take the Royal Netherlands, 1, 2, 3. And we'll leave those there, I believe. Now for the Americans, they don't have enough to actually do much at the moment, but these 2 are going to go 1, 2 into Rennes, don't know. That puts them into supply anyway. And we will move Hodges, and we've got 4th. So 4th will come down with them, and Hodges will come down with them, just to spread out our supply a little bit, and that still leaves tons of people up in St Malo, like that. Now, just give me a tick and I'll be back. Okay, so I think what I want to do is move my naval units, and they're going to move over to C1 and C2. So they can be used in this here as well. I believe that's right. Okay, allied player places aircraft as per specified. Right-o. So we have the V1 sights go back. We don't need that. We have 1 bridge attack. So where do we want it? I can't really stop these ones moving over. So I suppose the best place is there. Those ones would have to come back and around this way. Okay, so that's bridge. We've got strafing, we've got railway, and we've got ground support. So that's that. And I don't think there's anything more we want to do. So that is that with the first impulse. So our first combat, well, we've only got the one combat, so I don't need to do anything flash with that. So like I said, I don't believe this gets added to that. Maybe I should check that, eh? Okay, first up. First mistake was I moved Hodges, and that should have been in the second impulse. So I've put him back. So I've caught that. I don't know if the defence value for the German headquarters gets added or not. I can't find anything that says it, so I'm going to add it in, which brings this to 18. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So they have 18. We have 6, 12, 14, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32 to 18, which is a 1-to-1. And then we add on our 3 TAC air for ground support, and that gives us a 4-to-1 for this attack. If that isn't added on, then it would be a 5-to-1. Let's see if it makes a difference. We have a 5, and that is a DE no matter what, so it doesn't really matter, and both these units are gone. So I've just chucked these back. I'm putting the destroyed German units back onto their initial game setup track because I'm just that kind of a guy. It makes it easier when I put it away. Okie dokie. So those can go away now because we don't need them anymore. Now, there is no other attacks to do, so we're finished with the first combat impulse, and we go on to the second move impulse. So we may move again any unit not in an enemy ZOC up to the maximum permitted. Okay, and headquarters can move their full. So we are going to move Hodges down to here like we did last time, but then stop doing. These things can just move out of the way. Okay, for the immediate, we are going to move one. No, we're going to leave commandos there. Do I want to try and take out these guys? 6, 10, that's 20. I don't have enough. That would be a 1-to-1. Okay, so the first thing that's going to happen is the Royal Netherlands is going to go into Brest. Now, the thing I haven't been doing is putting Allied control markers on these. So we'll do that. And then we'll roll for Brest to see if it's been damaged. And we get a 6, and it has, and it is down to 6. Righto, now that takes our capacity to 6, and 2 is 8, and 12 is 20. And we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Out of 20 gives us a capacity of 5. So we could actually bring in some more units. We could bring in 5 more units at the moment. Okay, so let's do our movement first and see what we want to do. So if we come down to here, we could come down with 6, 12. They can move 2, can't they? Yeah. So we'd have 6, 12, 23 to 20. I could bring the third over. That would give me 29 to 20. I got nothing there. So it'd be a 1-to-1. What are those odds like? Ouchie. Very, very bad. Not real flash at all. The most I could hope for was a retreat, but the garrison wouldn't retreat anyway. So it'd be an exchange, which is no fun either. Okie doke. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this guy down. No, we're going to leave him there. We're going to move these guys down. 1 to there, and these guys will move 1 to there. And I can actually say that I've destroyed that. So we've destroyed the first one there, like that. Yay! First subs are gone. Okay, now American-wise, this guy can move 1, I believe. He can't move. He can move 1. He's already moved. He can move 2, 2, and 2. Righto. So these guys are going to go 1, 2. He's going to move over to, he's going to stay there, in fact. This guy will move, hang on. He's actually just going to stay there like that. I don't think I want to move anything more than that. And we can bring on other units, so maybe we do want to. Makes it hard, makes it hard, makes it hard. Right. So we can bring on 5 other units. Let me have a think about this. Okay, so I'm actually going to bring on 3 units, which will leave me 2 supply capacity. So I'm going to actually move the first here out. They're just going to move to here, like that. He can't move. Hodges is in there. We've got Dempsey and the Mulberry with 1 commando. Okay, so what I'm bringing on is I have taken the 28th Infantry Division and extended him up to an 8.6 unit, 8.4 unit, and I have reduced the 9th to do that. And I'm going to bring him on along with the 2nd Armoured Division, and they're going to come into St. Malo, which gives us a stack of 3 and a headquarters. And I'm going to bring on the British Guards Armoured Division into the Mulberry. No, I'm going to bring it into Brest, I think. Yeah, we'll bring it into Brest. And that still leaves us with 2 supply capacity. And while I do that, he's already moved into there. I'm going to withdraw the Netherlands. So they've moved into Brest and pulled out, which takes me back up to a 3 supply capacity. Now, I think I'm doing that right. I'm not sure if they're going to move in there, stop there, and then move out the next time or not. At the moment, it's not making a great difference. So there we go. And do I want to move Dempsey? Is what it comes down to now. And I can move him if I wish, and I think I shall. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to here. That'll just start to bring our headquarters units down, ready to go. That's the Allied second move impulse. We go into their combat impulse, and there is nothing to do. And then we go into the rail control phase. Righto. So, railhead markers. Well, again, like I said, the Germans are stopped here by the partisans. I think you can just about see that. Anyway, they're stopped here by the partisans, so they can't come up here, but they can still bring everything up the other way, either from the south or from the north. So I don't see the need to put a railhead marker there at the moment, because that's the only thing that's stopping them. Righto, so that's that, which brings us into the supply phase for the Allies. Righto, so on the Mulberry, or in ports, they're under supply. If they're within 5 of a headquarters, they're in supply. So all of the Allies are in supply. So nobody has to lose a step or anything else. And that is that. So we're over to the Germans. And it becomes the Germans' turn 2. Okay. So again, I will stop it there and look at the Germans, and we'll come back to them. So like I said, I have 2 tack on strafing for when they start to move, and I have 1 on their railway attacks, so they can only move 4 units by rail, and we'll see what happens. So be good, take care, and I'll see you next time for Germans Part 2. Bye for now.